Greetings, Nick with Sweetwater here, and today we're going to take a look at this fine, road-worn, sturdy head behind me, the Friedman Phil X signature head. And look, we have Phil X with us too, so Phil X here in person, Phil X the head, and if you're wondering, by the way, the amp we sell will not come with this tape, but we're sold out of our models right now, and Phil was good enough to bring his in as he was passing through to do some teaching videos and other stuff for GearFest, so when you buy it from Sweetwater, it will not have this tape that says Phil X LA on it. And can you explain this, my friend?
It will have a bass knob. I'm searching for the bass knob. I think my kid took it. I don't know. They could show up.
Yeah,
I take their action figures. They take my knobs.
There you go. Perfect. So when you buy it from Sweetwater, it will come with said bass knob already attached to the amp. But if you want it to look like this, just take it off. So Phil, please tell us the backstory behind the invention, creation, birth of this fine amplifier behind us.
Well, I mean, living in LA is an amazing thing because you get to meet a lot of people that live in LA as well. And I went to the Van Nuys amp show one year and I met Dave Friedman. And it was funny because I walked in and I didn't know him, but he kind of recognized me from YouTube. So I plugged into the BE100 and I started playing, and the first thing I did was turn the gain down.
You turned it down?
I turned it down. And he's like, "What'd you just do?" I was like, "I turned the gain down." He goes, "Oh, thank God. Everybody comes in here and just dimes it." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I can't hear the amp if I dime it." And he's like, "I love you, man." And, so anyways, we started talking. He goes, when are you playing next? I go, "Well, I'm not playing for a while, but I'm rehearsing next week with the drills." He goes, "Why don't you come and get a BE100, take it to rehearsal and tell me what you think?" And I have to say, I took the amp to rehearsal and I plugged it in, and I'm like, I didn't have to use an overdrive or anything. I was like, I think this is the best amp I've ever used in my life. So when I called him, I said that. I go, I don't know, man. He goes, "Well, you know what? We'd like to do a model with you. So what would you change?" And I go, the one thing I did notice is that when I turn the gain down to get more of a Pagey Angus Young thing,
yeah, power amps.
I kind of, all the magic goes away. And he goes, "Well, why don't we do a gain cut for you? And that could be your thing." I'm like, "Great, awesome." And that's exactly what happened. So, but I've never done this before. And this process blew my mind. He goes, "Bring your cabinet and bring your guitar and just come to the shop." So I came to the shop, plugged into the amp. It's not in the box. It's a chassis with components and a solder iron. And I'm just going, playing, and I'm hearing it. And he goes, "Let me try this." And I'm like, it sounds a little brittle. Okay, let's try this same value, but a different material. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then, so we did that for about 20 minutes. And then it went from too bright to something like this. And then he goes, "I got an idea." And he took an alligator clip and he put it on, I don't know where he put it. He put it somewhere. And I hit the chord and it was exactly what I was looking for. I go, "That's it." And you made a note and sent it to the builder and the amp was done. So it comes with this switch. So how we have it is that the gain is really cut up in the middle.
Right.
And to the left, it's got a little more gain. And to the right, it's kind of BE100-ish.
Gotcha.
So, and then the only other thing that I asked for was a second master volume. Because when I play with my band, I love to boost my own solos.
It's foot switchable master volume.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Exactly. And that's it. It's basically a simple amp. He put a Variac type of component in here, so it kind of gives you that compressed Eddie sound.
Drop the voltage down.
Yeah. So Page, Eddie.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of thing. But it's kind of like, I mean, everywhere I go, and guitar. You have guitars. I had pickups made for me. I had an amp made for me, and when somebody goes, "Wow, that's a great sound," and I'm like, "Well, if it wasn't a great song, I'd be an idiot because it was all made for me," that kind of thing. So
if you went, "Oh, it's okay."
Yeah, it's all right. Thanks for mentioning it. But to me, I just I get everything I want out of this amp. I've gone into the studio, and every engineer has been like, "What do we put on it?" Just find the sweet spot for the 157 on the top left speaker, and you'll get what you want. And everybody does. So it's pretty amazing. Live in the studio. I feel lucky. I get to do both, you know, go on the road and record for like a ton of other records by other artists. And this head always delivers.
Gotcha. Yeah, and the only other sort of addition you can, if you can call it that, is obviously an effects loop. We have this fine Strymon.
And it's funny, I fought
loop.
Dave on that. I'm like, hey man, I don't want an effects loop. My 76 JMP doesn't have an effects loop. And he's like, well, you know, we'll sell more if you have an effects loop. Yeah,
People
they
want
do.
it.
And now I'm using it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I've been getting into a lot of delays lately, and I don't like it in the front end.
No.
Everything else goes in the front. The delay itself goes into the effects loop.
And it really is a keep it simple, stupid amp. Like, it's a one-channel amp with 2 master volumes, so usual suspects: gain, master volume 1, master volume 2, bass, middle, treble. The gain structure switch, cut in the middle, higher to one side, VE the other, and then the fine Jimmy Page, Eddie Van Halen Variac switch, and there you have it. Oh, and an on-off switch, and it's 100 watts, 3 12AX7s, I believe, in the front end, 4 EL34s for that kind of British JM something or other sound.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about now right now.
Yeah. And then, those last bottle things,
Yeah.
The little ones, 3 of the 12AX7 small ones, 4 of the bigger EL34 fine ones, which are in the JMP he mentioned earlier. And this is a kick butt amp, so it has an effects loop, you know, Dave's transparent effects loop, a couple of speaker outputs. The rest is up to you, my friends. You plug in and play. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to someone who can really play. And I bet you're delighted to have a demo with me not playing. So Phil, show us some of these settings, please. With
Okay, so we're in the low gain mode, but I do have the gain at like 3 o'clock, so you're going to hear like... But the cool thing is, this is just the amp. There's no pedal, nothing.
No.
There's some on the floor here. I'm not using anything. And this is what I wanted. This is my starting sound when I go out and play live. And maybe even a little less gain.
Right.
The cool thing about this is when I switch to the higher gain, it's almost like having the best overdrive pedal you could find.
Right.
But then for different flavors, I still use different overdrive pedals just to get different. It's like, you know, sometimes you like this ice cream, sometimes you like that ice cream.
Right.
Burgers, pizza, French fries. It's like, what do I feel like? And I love having the options when I go, especially when I play with the drills. It's a 3-piece band.
Right.
So I want to fill the sound as the guitar player.
No pun intended, right?
So that was the low gain. Now we're going to go into the high gain. You hear a little more hum. And then you have the same A chord. So again, sounds a little thicker, a little more compressed, but rich, and that's the thing that I was looking for. And
It's still got the harmonic content there, which is essential.
And it's dynamic. The dynamics are there. You know, I'm very about an open sound, less compressed, but because I want to hear the definition. I want to hear the articulation, and that's the thing that's scary about me because I suck sometimes. So I'm not afraid to suck.
Right.
So if there's a little, you know, oh, that wasn't very good, I don't care.
You could hear it, right?
But that's the thing. I had somebody plug it in my amp one time and they go, whoa. I'm like, what's the matter? Nothing, it's great, but you really got to be able to play.
Yeah, what a concept.
Yeah, so there's no room for error, which, you know, since I have kids, there's lots of error. I don't practice. But my whole point is that I love amps that just do it all by themselves. And then if you want more ear candy on top of that, it's perfect canvas to do your thing on, you know?
Yeah, so to that end, like you once used an analogy that the power amp is the meat, the preamp is the sauce. I guess this is a great piece of meat with some wonderful sauce.
Yeah.
And you can spice the sauce up via the 3 switches.
Well, I mean, the beauty about this amp is that my clean sound is the guitar turned down.
You use your volume control on your guitar to clean your sound up? That'll never catch on.
So I'm like, it's all about attack too, right? And I can clean it up more. So I'm on stage with Bon Jovi, right?
Right.
And my clean sound is like at the end, I've done the solo and everything, and at the end I'm just going. So and I get a lot of you get a lot of people come up to you talk about tone and stuff like that, and they go, "So tell me about your clean sound." I'm like, "I just turn the guitar down," and they're like, "What? That's not possible." And that's kind of what it is, yeah.
Well, that was Jimi Hendrix's 3 channels, wasn't it? Volume down, clean, volume up, crunch, fuzz pedal, lead.
Right. And a lot of fuzz pedals sound even better and clearer when you turn the guitar down. A lot of people don't know that trick, but Jimmy Page did that a lot.
So there you have it. If you've got pedals, this will make it even better.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you turn your volume down. And Phil, thanks for taking the time. Available from Sweetwater. The Phil X Friedman with bass control, minus tape. Phil, could you be so kind as to play us out, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much indeed for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Nicely, please, especially because Phil's here. For more videos like this, click here or go to sweetwater.com for all your music instrument and pro audio needs. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.